Today we're drawing the brachial plexus. Feel free to stop at any point to review each section. First, you're going to start by drawing C5 to T1 vertebrae, and then draw nerves coming out in between those vertebrae. You're going to connect the first two nerve roots, and you're going to connect the last two, and draw long lines to about 2/3 of the page. And then you're going to draw a big M connecting the top and the bottom. And out of the middle, you're going to draw 2 lines coming out. And this is your template. Now you're going to divide the brachial plexus into sections. Draw 4 dotted lines to serve as a guide. And remember this: really tired, drink cold beer acronym. R stands for roots. So coming out of the C5 root, you have one nerve, and then you have another one coming out of C5, 6, and 7. The top is the dorsal scapular nerve, and the long one is the long thoracic nerve. Next, we're moving on to the trunks, here highlighted in orange. You have your upper trunk, you have your middle trunk, and your lower trunk. Coming out of the upper trunk, you have 2 nerves. At the top here, you have your suprascapular nerve. On the bottom, you have your subclavian nerve. Next, the division. Grab a pen and highlight this big arrow. This represents the posterior division. Using another color, make this shape. And this represents the anterior. Note that there are no nerves coming out of the divisions. Moving on to the chords, we have 3. At the top here, we have the lateral chord. In the middle, we have the posterior chord. And on the bottom, we have your medial chord. Coming out from the top, you have 1. You have 3 from the posterior and 3 from the medial. You see your lateral pectoral nerve. You have your lower, middle, and upper subscapular nerves. And on the bottom, write MABC, MBC, and MP. MP is medial pectoral, medial brachial cutaneous nerve, and medial antebrachial cutaneous nerve. And lastly, you have your branches. So coming out from that lateral chord, you have your musculocutaneous nerves coming from C5, 6, and 7. Connecting that lateral and the medial chord, you have your median nerve. You have the axillary nerve coming from the posterior chord with C5, C6 nerve roots. You have your radial nerve also coming out of that posterior chord. And finally, you have your ulnar nerve. And that is your brachial plexus.